Hey, this is Jeff Weinstein, and I've been practicing law for 37 years, and most all of that's been in the area of personal injury, car wreck, truck wreck. So recently, it occurred to us that we answer the same questions over and over again about property damage. So why not make a video about property damage? And that's what I'm going to try to do today. Now, it's complicated, so you may have to watch this video more than once. But I assure you, if after you watch this video, you still have questions, that's cool. We'll answer all your questions. But I think there's a pretty good chance that this video and a few other follow-ups will answer any question you may have about property damage. So let's get started. You've been in a car wreck, and that's horrible. And two things are going to happen. Either one, you're not hurt, which is really fantastic, and the car wreck is only about your property damage. Or two, unfortunately, you're hurt. And there's also the issue of your car damage. Now, if you ask me, as a 62-year-old guy, which is more important, your car or your injuries, I'm going to tell you that I think your health is more important than anything else. So I think your injury claim is really more important than your car. But I've had people walk into the office with their arm in a sling, and they were worried they were going to lose their arm, and they're more concerned about their property damage than they are about their arm. Okay, I get it. So here's the story. You got two different things going on. One is the injury claim, and one is the property damage, okay? And they can be resolved separately. Today, we're only going to talk about the property damage. But other videos, we'll talk about the injury claim. So, why don't most lawyers handle property damage? And I'll tell you the reason why. Usually when we get involved, it slows the process down quite a bit. The insurance companies do a pretty good job, by and large, on resolving property damage. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll be satisfied with what they offer. I'm just suggesting to you that procedurally, they do a pretty good job of dealing with property damage. So, here's how it plays out. Unfortunately, you've been in a wreck and your car is damaged. So your car is either repairable or it's totaled. And that's important. If you were injured at the scene of a wreck, more than likely your car has been towed to a tow yard. Now, people assume that if it's somebody else's fault, that the person that's at fault is responsible for paying for all these things. Well, that's not true. The truth is, you're responsible. Now, you may get reimbursed, but the tow yard is going to look to you to pay a bill. The tow yard is going to charge storage fees. They're going to look to you to pay those storage fees. So, what should you do? First things first, you never give the insurance company, the other insurance company. Let's say the wreck is not your fault and the other person has insurance. Okay? You never give that insurance company a recorded statement. You just don't. Why? Because you should have a lawyer with you at any time you give a recorded statement, anything recorded, so that you can have advice of counsel. The insurance adjusters have been trained on what to ask you, and they're looking for more information than just the property damage. They're also looking to box you in on your injury claim to see if they can minimize that, because in the future, they could use that statement against you if you say something different on down the road. So, no statement. All right. Let's assume that you contacted my office and you were involved in a collision. It's not your fault. And I've already had the discussion with you that I think that your injury claim is probably something that we really ought to focus on, but yet you've got to deal with your property damage. I'm going to recommend to you that you reach out to your own insurance company if your car is totaled, or if your car is damaged, to begin a claim. Why? Because the first thing you're going to tell me is, I don't want my rates to go up. Well, here's the truth. No matter what you do, as far as who you tell, if your information shows up on a police incident report, that information is going to go into a data bank. The insurance company is going to know that you were involved in a collision. And everything about insurance rates is based on risk. So, really, you don't have any control over whether your rates go up or not, even if it's not your fault. Now, you see commercials just like I do from insurance companies that say, hey, you don't have to worry about your rates going up if it's not your fault. Okay, let's take them at their word and let's don't worry about that. Now, why do I suggest that you contact your own insurance company? Well, your own insurance company has a contract with you, and you have a contract with them. And they have obligations in that thick agreement that talks about all the things that everybody owes to everybody else, each other. You don't have an agreement like that with the other person that ran into you. They don't have to do anything at all. They don't have to come look at your vehicle. They don't have to put you in a rental car. They don't have to offer to pay anything. They don't have to do anything because there is no obligation to do anything unless you actually sue them and win down at the courthouse, which could be 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now. And you say, wow, that sounds horrible. Of course, it doesn't always work like that because people want to resolve property damage claims. But just so you know, the other side doesn't owe you a thing. All right. So now you're talking to your own insurance company and they want to take a statement. Well, that's a different animal altogether. If they want to take a statement, I think you should stick with the property damage and tell them what happened. You want me to be on the phone? I'll be on the phone with you. If you're talking to the other people's insurance, remember, no statement. So what information does everybody need as far as attempting to resolve your property damage? What do the insurance companies need? Okay, they need to know where the car is, okay? And they need to know your contact information, and that's about it. So where the vehicle is, how to contact them, and how to contact you. That's it. They don't need to know that this was grandma's car that she gave you and that it means so much to you because guess what? They don't care. Okay? This is consider yourself being accused of a crime. What would you answer under the fear of going to jail? You would only answer the questions that you needed to answer to get something going. So I contact my insurance company and I tell them, I'm Jeff Weinstein. I was in a wreck. I'd like to initiate a claim. Okay. Is it going to be for property damage and bodily injury? Yeah. This claim is only for property damage. Okay, great. I don't say that I have a lawyer because the minute you say lawyer, they say, well, I need to get in touch with your lawyer. That's not what you need to do with your property damage claim. And they say, okay, let's get some information. All right, here's my name. Here's my address. Here's my phone number. Here's where the car's located. Please send someone out to look at it and tell me whether or not you guys believe it can be repaired. And if it can be repaired, then tell me whether or not I have car rental coverage. And, when can you get somebody out to look at it? Now, post-COVID, the insurance company may say, well, we don't even come out anymore. Send us photos. Okay, great. If you're able to, go to the tow yard, take photos. If you're not able to, let them know. I can't get you photos at this time. Have a friend, family member, someone, whoever you need, go take photos and then upload it into their system. And then that's the adjustment of the claim. Seriously, that's really all there is to it. Now, the biggest problem usually is that if a car has to be repaired, how are you going to have any transportation while your car is being repaired? If you don't have any rental car coverage, just know this. If you rent a car, you're responsible for that bill. The other side is not going to say they're going to pay for that just because you go rent a car. I have people all the time bring me in rental, $2,000 for the rental. I need to be reimbursed. Okay, well, we'll tell them that you'd like to be reimbursed. No, I need to be reimbursed today because I got to get that because the credit card statement's going to come and I don't have any money. Well, guess what? That is really a problem that is your problem. The insurance company doesn't care. They want you to be in financial distress. If you're in financial distress, you negotiate differently. They want you to be in a bad way so that you have to take what they offer you. Okay, so that should resolve getting the claim established. And now you get to take the car wherever you want to take it to have it fixed. Okay? So that's on you. And remember, if you don't have rental car coverage and you need transportation, then you're going to have to establish the claim to be repaired with the other side's insurance. And that may slow the whole process down. Now, remember, there's a lot of information that's being given here. So I apologize, and maybe I should break this up into more, but here's what it is for now. So your car can be repaired. Great. It gets repaired. You don't want it repaired. Well, if your own insurance company says it can be repaired, and the other people's insurance company says it can be repaired, it's going to be repaired. But it's worth less money. I'm sorry, cars are a loser. That's the truth. Are you entitled to some diminished value? Well, you can make a claim for diminished value, but you're not entitled to diminished value. And that's a whole different story altogether. I'll make another video for that one. So now they're repairing your vehicle. You get your car repaired. You go pick it up. You don't like the repairs. Guess what? Take it back to the place that made the repairs and keep asking them to get it right. Okay? Throughout this entire process, you've never heard me say that you mentioned to any insurance adjuster anything about your injuries. Why? Because they're two separate things. You don't have to talk to the property damage adjuster about your injury claim. In fact, you shouldn't ever do that. But remember, sometimes it's the same adjuster, sometimes it is not. All right. I want to just go through a few other things. Let's assume for a second that your car's totaled. All you got to do is go to cars.com. That's what we all do. Go to cars.com or the internet. Look up your vehicle, year, make, model, etc., mileage, and see what other vehicles within a geographic area near you are selling. Whatever the value is there, that's a decent argument for fair market value. Now remember, we get back to, well, this was a really special, sentimental vehicle. This is the first car I ever had. Sorry. I traded in a car and I was upside down and I added all the negative equity to this car and now my loan is more than what the value is. Sorry. The vehicle is the value of what the fair market value is. That's what it is. So this whole idea that you're going to create value by talking to this adjuster and telling them what an amazing car it is, that's not accurate. The way to increase the value of the car is to go through all the options that that vehicle had that make it unique, distinguishable in some way. So for example, recently you put in 4 new tires on the car. Put on 4 new tires? Okay, great. Do you have a receipt? That adds value. Did you upgrade the radio? That adds value. Did you put in a sunroof? Whatever it is that you did, those things add value to the car. But just saying that the car's sentimental to you and means more value, that does not add anything. And now you're just wasting breath on this adjuster. You've got to show them through your research online what the value is. So let's say car's totaled. Insurance company will send you an email, have a breakdown exactly of how they got to the value. And you feel uncomfortable about that value. Okay, call me. And I'll be happy to look and see what we come up with a value. And I can give you, hopefully, some pearls of wisdom on what you could say and show to the insurance company to increase the value. So why don't lawyers do it? If the lawyers charge you the standard 1/3 contingency fee that we charge on the injury claim on your property damage, well, you'd never be made whole. So it just can't be done. It doesn't fit into the model. And these are things that I believe after 37 years that you're quite capable of doing. Even if you don't think you can do it, you can. It's been done over and over and over again by people who didn't think they could do it, but they can. Because ultimately, all you have to do is listen to what the insurance company is willing to do. If you feel uncomfortable about it, give us a buzz, 903-677-JEFF. And I'd be happy to look at it and tell you whether I think it's a good deal, bad deal, and what I think you can do to make it a better deal if there's a possibility for a better deal. Okay. We've talked a lot about a lot of stuff, and there's still a lot more to talk about, but it doesn't need to be done today. All right? This is a good start. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, 903-677-5333, or email me anytime, jeff@jeffweinstein.com. And more videos to follow. Thank you for watching this video. And please, if you like the video and you think the information was helpful, please make a note below saying so that others will benefit from seeing your review and thinking, okay, this might help them as well. Take care. Bye-bye.